Meemaw's post-young Sheldon fate is made worse by Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's new poster. Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's new poster is adorable, but it makes Meemaw's disrespect so much worse after young Sheldon. Young Sheldon ended despite its popularity, but the Big Bang Theory franchise will continue on CBS with a brand new installment. This time, the new installment in the Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady created franchise will not focus on anyone from the flagship series. Instead, it will focus on Sheldon's older brother Georgie as he navigates his way into the next chapter of his life as the husband of Mandy and father of baby Cease. Born out of arguably young Sheldon's best original storyline, the romance between Georgie and Mandy allows CBS to continue the Coopers family's story after Sheldon moved. That said, even though it's a direct sequel to its parent series, there are certain changes to its storytelling, including the shift in its narrative to Mandy's clan as Georgie and Mandy's first marriage extended cast. Admittedly, this is a contentious creative decision, considering the interest in seeing more of Georgie's family, including Meemaw. Unfortunately, Connie Tucker's already disappointing post-young Sheldon fate just became worse after the release of the new spinoff's latest one-sheet. CBS is ramping up the marketing campaign with the release of a brand new Georgie and Mandy's first marriage trailer, which shows what life is like for the couple as they get used to living with the McAllisters. Aside from the clip, the network also rolls out a new poster for the show, featuring Georgie and Mandy in a laundry room. Admittedly, the one-sheet is adorable, and the backdrop is particularly sweet, considering the couple's history. For context, Georgie and Mandy met in Meemaw's laundromat in Young Sheldon Season 5, and proceeded to date shortly after. Georgie was working at Connie's laundromat-fronted gambling den when he was introduced to his wife. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is clearly harping on the pair's origins, but the new poster is also an inadvertent reminder of the role that Meemaw has played in their love story. Georgie was working at Connie's laundromat-fronted gambling den when he was introduced to his wife. Granted that their relationship started with a lie, they eventually found themselves falling genuinely in love with each other, especially as they found out about Mandy's unexpected pregnancy. Throughout this time, Meemaw was with the couple along the way. She even gave Mandy a home after her parents kicked her out. It would be an understatement to say that Meemaw was critical in Georgie and Mandy figuring out the most difficult period of their relationship. The pair showed Mary's mother their gratitude by naming their daughter after Connie. Towards the end of young Sheldon, the couple proved that they trust Georgie's maternal grandmother more than their moms when they chose her to babysit baby while they went on their honeymoon. Unfortunately, that seemingly ended the extent of that storyline, as Meemaw doesn't have any substantial role in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Annie Potts will only be in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's pilot. Not much is known about her role in the spinoff, but she was part of the scenes that were filmed in front of a live audience. She can also be seen in one official promo still for the outing, which features her seemingly gifting Georgie and Mandy with a bread toaster. Ideally, all members of the Cooper family will have a bigger role in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's story. There are still many stories left to tell for the clan after George's unexpected death. Zoe Perry is also set to return as Mary in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's pilot. However, considering how big of a role Meemaw played in the story of baby Cease's parents thus far, she deserves to have a much bigger role in the Young Sheldon sequel. The Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's poster featuring a laundry room is a stark reminder of this, and if the show is paying homage to how far the couple has come, it's only fair that it also acknowledges the contributions of Connie to that. Having her in the first episode just to establish a connection to young Sheldon, only to never return, is insulting to the character. Not being directly tied to the Big Bang Theory like its parent series affords Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has some advantages. That includes the show having more creative freedom, simply because not much is revealed about Georgie's marriage with Mandy in the nerd-centric sitcom. Despite creating countless plot holes throughout its 7-year run on CBS, Young Sheldon was forced to end because Lore and his team wanted to adhere to the established timeline. Its sequel doesn't have that kind of problem because there was barely anything revealed about what happened during Georgie's marriage to Mandy. Reagan Revord was supposed to only reprise Missy in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's second episode, but her role was expanded, setting a precedent for Potts' potential future as Meemaw. Because of that, there's virtually nothing stopping Georgie and Mandy's first marriage from featuring Meemaw more. It's also worth noting that Potts publicly criticized young Sheldon's cancellation and has expressed her interest in playing the character in the new CBS endeavor. Given this, it shouldn't be difficult to recruit her to at least be a recurring guest star in the upcoming Lore sitcom. Initially, Reagan Revord was supposed to only reprise Missy in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's second episode, but her role was expanded, setting a precedent for Potts' potential future as Meemaw. Aside from the role that Meemaw played in Georgie and Mandy's story, her personal narrative also deserves to be told. This is especially important for a couple of reasons. Firstly, as great as young Sheldon's finale was, it failed to give Connie a proper send-off. After George's funeral, the show's focus shifted to wrapping up Sheldon's childhood in Texas, leaving barely any time for other lingering arcs. Secondly, it's still difficult to reconcile the version of Meemaw in young Sheldon with her supposed older iteration in The Big Bang Theory, and more time with the character can explain the changes. While there's no shortage of reasons to feature Meemaw in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, there's no guarantee that Potts will come back as the character beyond her confirmed appearance. At this point, it will all boil down to the story that Lore and his writers want to tell moving forward. The great thing is that the actor has a great working relationship with the majority of people involved in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Between this and Potts' personal feelings about her The Big Bang Theory franchise role, the door is definitely open for her to return. Besides her importance to the lore, Meemaw is also a unique character in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, considering that the McCallisters don't have a grandparent. This means that the new show doesn't really have a replacement for Connie in terms of what she brings to the sitcom's storytelling dynamic. Taking all of these elements into consideration, CBS and Lore don't need any more convincing to bring back Potts as Meemaw after young Sheldon. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.